Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to the ICE Design Codemakers tutorial on app design. Today, we'll be creating an app using the MIT App Inventor, created by Google and managed by the good fellas at MIT. This is the App Inventor homepage. So, if you click on this page, if you access this page, you can see whatever they're up to. It has news feed and all the latest cool projects that they're doing. We can check that out in our own time. To access the actual app inventor, we click on the create button at the top right corner over here. Click on that. And it'll bring us to a signing page, so you need a Google account to be able to access the software. So you can just sign in with any Google account, your personal account or your school account. I'm just going to sign in with the eDesign account over here. It's okay, I messed up on that. Okay, there we go. And it brings up this page. So this page is a page of all our previous and latest projects that we're working on. You can just click to start a new project. You click projects over here. And drop down menu shows up, and you can click start new project, or you can just click the start new project button over here. And you have to give your project name. In App Inventor, you can't use spaces, so you can just give it. Now the type of app we're creating today is a text-to-speech app that turns words that you type, or words that you type into your phone or a tablet, uh, and actually says it out for you. So we'll just say text to speech. Click OK, and our text-to-speech app will be started for us. Now this screen pops up. This screen is our designer window. So this is where we actually design the app. We give it components, we put pictures or sprites or whatever we want to do in the app. This is where we actually do it. And you see that this layout looks just like a phone or a tablet would. And that's the neat thing about the MIT App Inventor. So you can connect your phone or your tablet really easily to it via Wi-Fi or USB. And if you don't have a phone or a tablet, you can always use the on-screen phone, which we call the Android phone emulator. You can just go up and click connect over here and emulator, and it'll start up the emulator for you. Okay, so this is basically what our emulator looks like. It looks just like a phone would, and it'll take a few seconds to load. So it's just loading up and booting as a normal phone would. We can just slide this to unlock it. I just clicked and dragged it. Okay, so here's our phone with our blank screen over here, and we have a blank screen on our emulator as well. I'm just gonna move this a little bit out of the way, so I'll just move it to the sidebar over here so we can see our emulator fully as we work on our app. See what happens when we move our app. That's good. So for our app, we need a button. Now, a button is a component of our app, so on the left side over here is where you can find a list of all the different components we can use for our app. So let's say we wanted to add a button, we can just click on the button component and click it and just drag it onto the screen. And on the emulator very soon you'll see a button appear on the emulator. So it gives you a live update of whatever we're building. You can add tons of different components. You can add an image, click and drag it, depending on what the image is. And you can delete it very easily. So just make sure you click back on it, and just delete it. And it'll give you a warning. Just click OK. We have tons of different types of components. We have layout components, so our table arrangement, media components. If you wanted to add sound or video or a picture to it, join an animation, sensors, social storage, and a lot of different components. So today we only need the button for now, and we also need the go down to media, and we need the text-to-speech component. So you click that and drag it and drop it onto the screen. You won't be able to see the text-to-speech component because it's a non-visible component, as it says over here. So it's part of the non-visible components. It works in the background. And so that's all the components we need for now for our app. Now we need to program it. So we talked about the designer window. The second part of the MIT App Inventor is the blocks editor window. So this is where we actually program our app. This is where we give the components things to do, what to say, how to react when someone clicks it, and you'll see that very soon. And how programming the app works is using blocks coding. So you don't really need to know how to write any particular piece of code. You just need to know how the blocks work. The blocks work similarly to the components. You click them and drag them and drop them on the screen, and you click them and drag them and drop them onto the screen. So the blocks work like puzzle pieces usually. They fit in. They fit in where they're supposed to. If you want to delete them, just click the whole thing and drag it into the dumpster over there, and drag it into the dumpster over there. It gives you a warning occasionally. And you just click OK. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So how blocks coding work is, as the blocks are read by the computer, it reads it from top to bottom. So it reads it and then executes it and then goes on to the next line, executes it, and if it's a loop, it goes back up. So we put that in the trash, and we want to program our button. Save that. We want to program our button. So on the left side where it says blocks, we go down on it, and then it says screen 1. That's our screen, and you click on button, and this is the list of all the blocks available for the button that we dragged for this button over here. So we want the button to do something when we click on it. So you look through it, and which one tells the button to do something when it's clicked, and I believe it's the first one. Click it and drag it onto the screen. Now the button doesn't really have anything to do when it's clicked, so we need to give it that. And what we want it to do is just simply call the text-to-speech component. So right now, I'll just read the blocks as a computer and say, when button 1 is clicked, do something. What you do is you call the text-to-speech component to speak. So that it's that simple. That's basically what's going to happen. Now, the text-to-speech component doesn't really have anything to say right now, so we need to give it that. And to do that, we go into the text section of the built-in blocks and click and drag the empty quotes over here and just fit it in like that, and they fit in nicely. That is basically a piece of coding. So when button 1 dot click, call text to speech component dot speak, and you have to give it something to say. So you can say, great job, you just built an app. So when we go back and click on our button,
great job, you just built an app.
It tells you, great job, you just built an app. Let's try that again.
Great job, you just built an app.
Awesome. So I know this isn't exactly our text-to-speech app that we wanted to build. We didn't really type anything. It's just saying a fixed phrase. But I encourage you guys all to just check back in the next video if you want to see how we do that. It's just a few more simple steps after this. And hope to see you guys there soon. Peace.